Hello and welcome back to the Teh Tarik Hour. As always, it's me, Azreen and
Ah Kit.
do we need our program kata?
I'm not Chinese.
I'm not Malay.
We
are
are Malaysian.
Malaysians. This week very strong. This feeling.
This week is a very happy week for us, for all Malaysian.
I mean, for those who don't know, we missed 1 week because Ah Kit unfortunately got COVID, so he was out, could not record, and I did not want to do a Zoom call because we wanted to celebrate in person, lor. what happened, a historic monumental event in Malaysia. Don't kena me. So for those who don't know, we just had our general election 15. It was a quite dramatic general election with so many people trying to gain power. But in the end, who won? Siapa menang?
Siapa menang? Our harapan.
Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim. He is Prime Minister X. 10 X Wakanda forever. At this point, I think, Akid, you are more excited about the fact that Anwar won already, is it?
I don't think just only me is just exciting lah. In the whole Malaysia, people also exciting.
Okay.
For Anwar won this elected as Prime Minister.
I think before we go into that, I want to make sure. I mean, I'm excited as well, but I'm more excited by what, Mahathir lost so bad in Langkawi. He barely got anything, man. This one, I'm most happy. Anwar won when Anwar punya seat, right? I thought the first time it come out, right? He was falling behind Azmin, right? No. Who was the guy in Tambun? Who he was fighting against lah? Azumu or something.
I don't remember the name.
But he was trailing behind lah. Then suddenly at the end, jump to 40,000 plus, your Anwar.
But the fact is, Anwar is already won. I mean, the Harapan already won. They are formed up the new government. This is the.
But it wasn't that easy, right? At first, it was because at the end of the election, PH had a total of
54 or 86 seats.
86. But in order for the coalition to win, they need to have 112 lah, which they did not have.
Yes.
But I was surprised to see Perikatan win so much. Perikatan win because in our prediction, I thought Perikatan will be the least number there.
The Mohideen, that side, right?
Pass get a lot, man. This actually quite shocking to me.
I think a lot of people is very disappointed about BN. So that's why all the vote to go to the opposition's party.
Really? You think it's because they just don't like BN anymore? Is it? I mean, it's obvious.
The BN really is the old generation people lah.
I mean,
I mean the party lah. Not say the all the peoples lah. The party lah.
It is our GOP lah, basically. GOP means Grand Old Party, which means the oldest party in the country lah. That is our GOP lah, which is surprising they lost so much, man. I thought at least they will be balanced with PN lah.
Balanced with PN.
But I think why PN win is because they play TikTok. A lot of the Malay market play really low. A lot. I see the news. It's a lot of the Malay spread the race and religion thing on TikTok. That's how they win the youth votes there. That's how I think they got a lot of their votes from.
But Harapan has got these called Mudas mah. The Muda also quite like the handsome guy.
She's a day. But the Muda is still small compared to PN and PAS. Because I surprised to see a lot of people support Hadi Awang in TikTok, man. Really, like a lot of the religion people say, like if you don't support PN, May 13 come back again.
So you are which side of supporter?
Which side? Let it be known, I voted for PH on my district, but my PH lost lah because the BN guy is actually too strong lah.
But now it's not. We are not in PH. We are calling it a unity
government. Perpaduan. Basically, after the thing at gridlock hung parliament Agong say you all need to find a way to come together and then be together. And then a few days, What Mudin say, I got the number. Then Anwar say, I got the number. Then fight. Last on Thursday, right?
Mm-mm.
Agong say, never mind. Anwar is the one. So you all need to join together with Anwar to lead the government. And then BN is the first to come. And I am surprised Zahid is the one who say we must support Anwar, man. I thought Zahid will be the one going against the most, eh? But it's not Zahid, it's Azmin. Not Azmin. What's that other guy lah?
Zahid actually
No,
is last-
Hishamuddin.
Amudin.
Hishamuddin is the one that says, no, we cannot join with DAP there.
Zahid is personally what do you call that? He went to the parliament also when who the sorry I forgot already.
Yeah, but a lot of things happened. There was almost another Sheraton movement. St. Regis this time, St. Regis. But in the end, it turns out Harapan was the one that won, and Anwar now is Prime Minister X, and then number 10. So how you feel now that finally Anwar wins?
I think Anwar is not easy to get up this this journey to become a PM. Right.
I mean, for those who don't know, Anwar's political career is quite crazy. Leh. He started as the second hand to Mahathir, and people always thought he will be the next to win to become the prime minister after Mahathir.
That one is have to come back to the history. Is 1990
98, 97 like
90 era lah, time lah, the
90s
90s that time lah. He became a prime minister, not deputy prime minister PM before, and then the education minister before, and then the
finance
financial
minister.
and then he elected the Asian one of the Asian the finance magazine. He are the one who are the next prime minister in Malaysia and potential prime minister in Malaysia.
So okay, do you recall what happened there lah? Because for me, right, as I can recall what was fed to me when I was young, right? First is that yes, Mahathir was our savior at the time, and then he was the superhero. And then people also believe that Anwar is the next in line to follow through with Mahathir because he's a Mahathir punya student lah, basically. And then suddenly people say there's some corrupt case and then like sodomy case and all this, and I thought, what happened? Do you remember what was it? How was it that time? Because I think when it happened, I was like 12, 13 like that.
I mean, secondary school at the time. I remember the Keadilan is formed at that time also lah. Keadilan.
Keadilan is after he was kicked out of UMNO, is it?
Yes. He want to form up his own party at the time because he kicked out from UMNO ma.
Is that was that before or after his corruption case and sodomy cancel? That was before, is it?
That one is before, yes.
Before. So my theory is because he started to branch off from UMNO and from Mahathir, a lot of people start to build up the case against him, right?
I think that time is because he's so kanchiong to be a PM. Let Mahathir to slam him down.
Is it true? He's so power hungry, you think, is it?
Well, at that time, because in 1997, he also is a financial prime minister of financial.
Finance minister lah, basically.
Yes. So he also is because the economy is not so good that time. He also make the.
All right, 98 was the 97, 98 was the Asian economic bubble crisis bubble lah, basically that time, right? Everyone inflation sifar, isn't it? We want to zero inflation and then support local product. That time, I think I recall a lot of this commercial thing lah. So what happened is that he also helped us during the Malaysian Tiger year, what? No, like during the time when Malaysia quite strong.
Yeah, that time he already the result is very good. We become the finance ministers and then do a lot of good thing.
I think during that time, even like we compared to Singapore is not that far behind, right? Like quite quite close in terms of like currency strength and then like commercial like investment.
Last time is our economy also very strong.
I mean, now
Strong than now current lah.
stronger than today lah.
Stronger than today lah.
Last time also I remember like our ringgit in Singapore dollar is like quite similar
One
into
to two lah. 1 to 2,
Ah.
close to 2 lah the time.
I don't recall ever 1 to 1 lah. Have you ever been
My
like
time
that?
is now.
Never.
1 to 1.
Maybe this time will come after Anwar become prime minister. No lah, I don't think so. That one long shot lah. But yeah, so around 90s that time he start to get the downfall lah of Anwar, right?
Mm.
And then he go to jail what year?
Bills, early 2000s.
Close a bit.
Early 2000s.
Because I think like 2004, 2006,
3,
like that.
4 like that lah.
That was the first time, right? And the cases was was for sodomy charges, not right?
Yeah.
The corruption charges he was never kena, right?
Corruption charges.
No, right. I don't because I remember reading that he had corruption charges, but I remember he jailed because of sodomy.
Sodomy. Do you think this is the real?
Here it comes here comes the thing. So a lot of people believe that the sodomy charge is actually just a plan lah. It's just a tactic to bring down Anwar.
The politic technique.
Who you think was the one who orchestrated it? Don't want to say you scared, is it?
They're scared lah.
You old man already, ma.
90 years old guys.
Some
You know who-
90-year-old guy who quite prominent last time. But yeah, the theory was that because Anwar was too strong, they needed to take him out, and the only way to do that was this sodomy charges, which is I don't know how was the case even go through, right? How even he got the it was just a confession, right? Just the guy confessed only, right? There's no like actual evidence there, right?
What the bait? They put the bait to the court. What you remember?
No, I
Yeah,
too
the
young by that time.
evidence- The evidence is they go to take the bait the sleeping bait go to the court.
Then what? They found what?
They felt the sperms and all that lah. The evidence lah. I don't know lah. This thing is so dramatic. Dramatic,
Sperm,
you know. Don't know they smell sperm, whatever lah. They are saying the mention in the court is so stupid. This all the things the politician is to put all these stupid things to become a like a very strong ingredients to pull down the people from the politic.
What is your opinion on that? People using like your sexual life to trick down.
But the sexual life is very personal things. It's a private life. No, this is not related to any. Even you, how do you manage the country? It's not because your personal life is so corrupted. Then you cannot run for the country, ma. Right? I also not think about these things. I believe lah. Datuk Seri Anwar is not this kind of person who play belakang one. You see his wife, his families. You can tell he is not such kind of person. Maybe he know how to hide his personal life. We don't know.
Don't know lah.
But in surface, I'm still believe he is the right person and the right man in his families.
I mean, for me, regardless of the fact that whether he did it or not, in
Mm-mm.
terms of sodomy lah,
Mm-mm.
doesn't really matter. What matters is it under coercion? Did he force? He
Mm-mm.
rape or anything like that? If it's consensual between two people, I don't really care lah. Actually, because like the only reason that it's a crime here is because it's a Muslim country, lor. That's the thing.
Okay, we put aside for his family business and this case, but seriously, Dato Seri Anwar is one of the person is really talented guys and good in the finance and smart persons. I mean, in terms in his education background, and what he done for Malaysia is a very good ministers.
I mean, he can do a good job as a minister.
Yes.
Lor. And then I think as a prime minister, I think he
At
can.
that time lah, because after 20 years, because he already 24 years, it's not in this
24 years.
24 or 25 lah, less than that lah. He already not in this politics and not manage for this country. This is the challenge for him right now.
I mean, it's crazy to think he still wanted to become prime minister after 24 years, man. Like he maintained that kind of a goal, lah.
Yeah, because this is not the normal persons have the patience who want to do something to his own country. 24 years. For him, I think after 24 years, I don't have this patience. Maybe I'll go for other life. Maybe I enjoy my life. I'm not care about this country anymore. Why I should put more effort to do this thing and then become a PM? I don't think it's do a PM. I want to do something. Maybe he really got the or the gut to run for this country and try to put Malaysia back to the right track.
I mean, even if after all the things that he go through and you still want to become prime minister, it really shows that this guy really want to make change in the country lah. That's my opinion lah.
I think for him, it's not just for this PM as this title for him is very proud or what. I think he want to do something for the country.
Reformasi.
This is the thing.
Reformasi, is it?
This is the thing. This is my perspective view lah. Yeah, I want to do something for the country. It's not just I want to be a PM. I want to hold the power to do other things, to let my families glory again. Make my families only. It's not make the Malaysia glory again. You know.
You think he's doing it out of selfishness, or he really doing it for the people, like to make really change there?
This is my perspective view. I think he really want to do for the country. But this one is depend on, I mean, this perspective you can open for all the people, for all the Malaysians say it's a true words lah. But this is my words. I believe him lah.
I mean, I cannot fully say I believe him lah, because at the end of the day, how also he will still have to work with a lot of people that might not really be in the best interest of people.
Yes, because the Malaysia is not for his. I mean, so for one people's ma. If for
so many people, different
you
people.
have to I mean, the form up the cabinets to run for this the entire the manager for the
you need to have
country.
The representative of the people, lor. It's not just one man. If not, it's a dictatorship already, lah. Okay, well, we're eating peanuts for snack today. He made a mess just now. But yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I'm not putting him on the pedestal, because last time I did that for Mahathir. I used to worship Mahathir a lot, man. I thought he was the most amazing person in the world. Then as soon as I step out of Malaysia and I see what Mahathir has done, it made me realize that a lot of politicians are not very good. Sorry.
Mahathir. Okay, because Mahathir, I think not much to talk about Mahathir anymore. Because Mahathir,
I mean, okay, let's just
One thing is Mahathir already is a 19 years old guy. Whatever he done for the country. Yes, he done a lot of
good things and bad things.
And bad things lah. But his era is over, really, really over.
But the thing is, for me, it's like the effects of him in power still.
So the future is we want someone who put Malaysia back to the right track. This is what we are actually we lah. I say we all the Malaysians. It's not say today Anwar become a prime minister, straight away Malaysia economy is boom. It's very good.
Of course not lah.
Of course it's not. We want to back to the right track, and then
maybe
the next elections or next the next leaders have a way and have a good direction for those the people who can work for the country futures.
I mean, the idea is to make Malaysia a country that people want to be in again, lor.
Yeah, put back to the right track. I can say this government put us to back the right track. then we can do something.
You think now that Anwar is in place, people would stop thinking about running away from Malaysia? Because there's always been the case, right, for a lot of like Malaysians, like after BN and PN everything, they always say, "Oh, this guy, okay, I'm going to migrate, migrate, migrate." Do you think this is enough of a change for people to come back again?
We can see the Malaysia's market share and then the ringgit is grow. I think he also put is one big injection for those the foreign investment to come back to Malaysia. This is the big injections also.
It's true because as soon as Anwar became prime minister, our currency went back to 4.5. Before that it was 4.7, so it was like a 25 point, so it's increased. So if you were holding US dollar, then sorry for you, you lost a bit. But if you
hold ringgit dollar more or USD dollar more. This is the point lah.
If I'm a normal person, so I definitely hold ringgit more.
Hold ringgit more.
But if you are a person who trading whole dollar, then you die lost a bit.
But this is good news for all Malaysians lah. This is a good sign, and so because he haven't done anything,
but already so good, is it?
It's a good sign.
Here's the thing: we don't know that's just a coincidence or it's just a one-shot thing, or will we be able to keep that momentum? How do you feel? Now already, how many days already? 2 days since he's in power. How do you see him already in the seat?
The 2 days is hard to to do the judgment, but I hope he can able to form up the release is the new the cabinet members, all that really can help up our country. This is the thing.
Okay, but before we go to the future, let's look at the present right now, because as soon as after he became prime minister, your Mudin challenged him, vote of confidence, prove your majority, right? And as soon as that happened, what happened? Sabah, Sarawak immediately say they support him. He got 2/3 majority already. So that indicates to me that people, or at least all the coalitions, already say, okay lah, it's time for us to work together, unity government. So if you don't want to join, then you are the opposition already. This indicates to me that they rather be teamwork with Anwar rather than go against him, majority of Malaysians, or at least majority of the party, like the Sabah Sarawak. So this, to me, indicates a good good trajectory, It looks like there's more unity now, How you feel now that Sabah Sarawak already said they are pledged their loyalty to Anwar?
I have nothing to say actually. Just let them to run for the country now.
I hope this is like an honest move towards working together lah. I'm worried it's like
give
political
some time. you have a time to prove it, It's not saying because after the elections is all the you already got the power. You already got the power, but you got the power. You want to do something. What to do and what the plan is really the time. Okay, this is very good for all the Malaysian because today we can choose orange or apple. Now today we already choose the orange. Really, the prime minister is from our this one, our ward, our ink. So this time we already choose the orange. Then let it be the orange what can orange can do for us 5 years. After this orange is unable to work up something, the next election we can choose apple. It's not like you force me 16 years in apples, 16 years, more than 60 years in apples. I'm sian, really
bored
sian,
of it, really.
Bored of it. Yeah. I want to eat some orange or others,
I'm surprised you actually take that stance, because a lot of people would go for party loyalty rather than like policy, or at least the really utilizing your vote to choose the next people to work for you,
Okay, these 16 years, what Apple bring for us? You can see the history first. These 60 years, are you very comfortable with this Apple? Are we make a lot? I mean, that the Malaysia is better. You think now Malaysia is better after 60 years is Apple's to do the management?
You know, that's what's really funny to me. People always say, oh, we need to go back to BN to get to the good times because then we will be good again. But after 60 years and you're still struggling, how can you say BN is good years, man? Like,
Okay,
crazy,
we
man.
need to really Apple is manage our country is bad is good. We can see the Southeast Asia country, we compare with Southeast Asia country. It's really our Malaysia economy is so good. Sorry. The Indonesian market is good. Indonesia. Now Indonesian also go back Indonesia for their own career. no one to stay in Malaysia.
No one wants to come. Now maybe they would be more. Already we got country like Turkey, the prime minister of Turkey or president. He contact already. US also contact. Singapore also contact Malaysia. Anwar, come to Singapore. We will talk to improve our ties.
Our PM make Malaysia glory again.
You think will last this one? I don't know. I feel like we are in honeymoon phase. You know.
But it's it's a big challenge lah. If let's say for them also it's a very big challenge. Because after so many years, not just 5 years, you can change a lot of things. This is seriously. We just put us back to the right track. That's it. I don't expect after Anhua we can 1 ringgit to 1 Sing dollar. At least
that's
impossible, you know.
But people will use that against them.
Okay,
know?
we try to lock down lah. 1 ringgit, $1, 1 Sing dollar equal to Malaysia 3 ringgit equal. I mean the fix it first. I mean the flow is very
crazy. Don't so crazy.
1 to 3, we fix it first. Maybe we run for 2 years or 3 years. We see I mean, we can do something like this.
There's no chance of that being of Malaysia like market being unstable, because 5 years for the government, and unless he lose a lot of seats for some reason, he is in power for 5 years. PH is in power for 5 years lah. There's no way for us to suffer instability at this point, unless something crazy happen lah. But I don't think there will be a Sheraton move anymore lor.
I think after Datuk Sri Anwar become our PM, he give a lot of confidence to the market lah. We can see the market, the ringgit, and then the market share is grow back, and then I believe also a lot of Malaysians got more confidence.
I mean, I think foreign investors are more happy with Anwar, I think.
You know, I checked some Facebook or some social media. At least our Prime Minister able to speak English. This is rare.
What you mean, man?
I don't know. How come is he able to speak English?
Somebody also can speak English, what?
But he say something is what he want to do bahasa ma.
Yeah, he want to push for bahasa lah. Malay supremacy ma. I mean, he thought that would win the votes by saying, yeah, we perkuatkan, we strengthen the Malay strength there by bahasa lah and all this nonsense. Turns out that didn't work at all and they lost terribly. But here we are at the present. Anwar is the Prime Minister and market is good. Initial outlook lah, basically. In terms of like policies that he wants to reenact, I think the first thing that he want to do is reduce salary for the cabinet, and then he will maintain the fact that he won't take any salary while he's still Prime Minister, which is crazy to think that he actually going to do it. I thought for sure he will cancel one.
Don't know. do charity work.
This is literally he literally doing charity work, but he's bringing it to the.
It's not charity. It's work for his country, ma.
I mean,
you know, you think Mahathir got take the salary or not?
Not just salary, man. Benefits also. I mean, he will still. Anwar also still get benefit lah.
This is Malaysia is my homeland. It's not saying my homeland. It's my home. It's entire Malaysia is mine. Why you want to take
Wait, relax, Don't play. I mean, Mahathir already got so much things, man. Like, what else he needs, man, at this point?
No.
Again, I'm quite impressed that he actually Anwar go through with the fact that he will not take salary as a prime minister, even though he will still get the benefits lah, like GLCs, all this thing. That one I don't know lah, how you will maintain that. But the fact that he will also reduce cabinet, make it smaller, and also ask them to reduce salary as well. So starting looks good. Now we go towards the future. How do you see? How is your vision for Malaysia now with Anwar on the table? With Anwar at the in the front there?
Based on Anwar histories, I mean the capabilities what do you think?
I think there are a few things that concerns me as soon as he was in power, because like he said that he will try to maintain Malay rights, which is for me is like, okay lah, at least you don't want to offend the Malay there lah. But he did mention he wants to also uplift the all or the marginalized people lor. So hopefully that means he will do policies that not just help Malay lah, it helps everyone lor, in order to fight like the rising cost of living and inflation lah. So that's the key thing he want to focus first. People cost of living for Malaysian, because everything is like so expensive and hard to maintain lor. So on the timeline there, I see could be good. The first 1 year or 2 year, maybe it's a very happy moment lor during this time, because I think he will do all the policies that, you know, like try to help the people lor. Now what kind of policies will he enact? That one a bit hard to say lah, because like we can't really do like the free 10,000 KWSP again, EPF thing. And then handouts can't be just simply give out handouts. So we need to either have the economy really strong again and have more people, foreign investors come back in again.
Okay. For him, I think is this is our citizens' benefits. Yeah, I give the poor or middle class of people's the benefits. I mean the country benefits to the peoples. And the other thing is he have to make Malaysia to more stable. Because we have this few years back, we have this politicians, because there's so many the happens like is not unstable atmospheres, lack of the investor to come in to invest in Malaysia. This is one of the issues.
I mean, lack of confidence in Malaysia.
Lack of the confidence. Now you have to bring back the confidence to the foreign investor to come in. This is the first thing, because the foreign investor come in, you make the more job opportunities for people.
So
right?
Okay, but the thing is that there's only really two major foreign investors that we can look at: US and China.
Okay.
So if China were to start coming back in again, do you think that will have a negative impact on Anwar's prime minister time there?
This is so deep to go inside to the investor. I mean, these two categories of investor lah. We talk about investor. We want to give the confidence.
So you just want to get the broad foreign investment back in. Don't care who, don't care where. We just need them to come back in lah.
Besides of these two group, I think it's still got Islamics, the investor to come into Malaysia, because we are the Islamic hubs. We cannot say we are not we are in the Islamic business hub, Malaysia, the Southeast Asia.
I mean, the thing is, I'm hoping that there would be more Islamic investment, but in terms of that, it's still in a moderate sense lah. So it doesn't really force the country to become more Muslim or more.
We are the multi-racial countries.
Yes, I hope we still able to balance that line.
We are diversity. we have Islamic investor. Of course, we have Chinese investor, Western investor. We have a lot of these opportunities. Actually, Malaysia is a truly Malaysia. Really, you compare with other countries. But our Malaysian is multi language.
The whole Malaysia truly Asia thing is
So
actually really
we
powerful.
have to use this as our strengths as well, because we have these multi language and multi nations things to diversities. I mean, this is a hub also. It's like,
Do you think we're able to push that kind of progressive mentality now? Is it like, because as the election showed me, still a lot of people have that.
If let's say we have this all the multi nations. Actually, in multi nation is hard to hard to manage. We have a one leader. He have this kind of mentalities to lead our country. Is peace and harmonies. We are staying one roof. Then we can do some things in this our homeland.
You think that in the next few years there will be more kind of racial dissension, like racial agitation, racial religion agitation, like people really more fighting in the terms of race and religion thing?
This is the leader. How he go to lead us? We just okay lah. Like you and me lah. We are stay in the same land. We live in the same lane, but we have a same goal. We have to go to achieve the same goal. If let's say we want to grow something, okay, we got one. Our focus is grow for the economies. No matter you are Chinese or Malay or Indians or whatever people here stay in Malaysia, we want to cari makan, make the Malaysia economy back again.
But the thing is, the problem with that is that we also came from a very similar background in terms of like we are both from the city, we are more urban, so we have that kind of like upbringing that really pushes for diversity, ma. If you're someone from a conservative background or more from a like more kampong area, then you might not share the same kind of mentality. So maybe you won't be towards diversity and you don't see the goal of the economic go up. You more want to protect what you have, like that, ma. So I feel like that kind of problem would still be around. And I don't know how Anwar is going to tackle this issue. I don't know if we can tackle that issue or not. Like.
If let's say okay, you are staying. You live in the same country. Of course, it's many people is a different mindset. But you have your own way to live. Because if let's say examples, you are in Christians or you are in Muslim, you have the way you live. We are not saying we are doing respect. Even people who in whatever religion, we are doing respect for people, because this is the people. They have the way to live. This is we have to put the respect. So no, this Christian is so stupid like that, they pray like that, this or whatever.
Oh, you don't know the whole.
Then you have to, even we are not a different religion. Yeah, they have their own. The mindset, and then there are things to pray for. Their own way to living.
There needs to be a respect lah.
At least respect lah.
But I feel like there's still too much of a pushing one religion towards other and then enforcing that one as the main power lor. Okay,
we put back this one to your families. If like, okay, inside your family you got brothers, you got sister, and you in the three people in one rooms or one house. When your brother is playing the TV, okay, they're playing game in the TV, you can put some respect. Okay, maybe 2 hours later I want to use the TVs. It's some kind of this a simple.
The compromise lah. You want to compromise lah.
Compromise and then respect your brothers. Or you're playing games on TVs, right? Maybe after 2 hours or 3 hours, then my turn to watch the TV. I want to watch the show, whatever shows lah. So this is very simple respect, and then you have your own time to watch the TV and play game to the TV. We have the resources very limited, but we have to compromise and understand each other.
You think that we can achieve that kind of compromise here in
So you have your very good parents. The parents, you can set the rules. Is the parents. Parents say, You don't watch TV so much, you only can watch 3 hours. That one is too watch too much already. 3 hours is more than enough. Later 4 hours, your eye also get latte, right?
What if the child want to rebel, want to attack? Then
But the parent is still there, ma. Nothing I
why
can
they don't want to listen to the parents? Say, I don't care, you're not my father.
Nah, this is you cari pasal lah. You cari pasal lah. You cari pasal already, right? I'm your parents. You know, not listen to me, right?
You gotta work, right?
You all is my kids, you know. All here is my kids, you know. You cari pasal, right?
You sure got one bad kid, one
You
more?
cari pasal, you go out from this home lah.
You tell me you never have this issue, is it? The child want to fight one?
No, this of course is every time we have the fight in the house, but in the parents we have a give the instructions and give the permissions or whatever you already give, but they're still I believe it's still fight there. But the two brother and sister, whoever in this home, you want to peace and harmony. Of course, you want to compromise.
I mean,
Both sides have to do the understanding lah. I'm not saying single side.
I would hope also that the more logical aspect is that everyone finds a way to compromise and everything so nice and easy. But as I can see from this election, sometimes people not logical.
No, this is very pretty picture in
Exactly.
the one family. It's
It's like your
picture.
perfect outcome. That people so understanding. Right? Sorry.
What was that?
My sikat rambut, my comb.
Oh.
My comb here. But again, that's a perfect outcome. Or you say, oh, I said this rule, and then the person say, oh, I follow because I understand this is the thing. But sometimes you say something and then they don't care one.
So we got punishment no? Got rotan no? Of course if you're in the families, if let's say 3 hours already, you still watching a TV, okay, come rotan.
So okay, then the thing
This is the thing, you come in the punishment, and then I already set the rules because I believe in the same also come back to our country also is the same thing, right? Of course it's got people, okay lah, after 3 hours I take a rest lah. Of course got this kind of people. Of course also got the people, hey, this TV is not belong to you leh. I want to watch until 6 o'clock also can. You go back your room lah.
Yeah, what can be done? Of course, as you say, there is a punishment to that lah. But how strong can the punishment be? Who can enforce it? Is the current parent
this
strong
is
enough?
let our parents to do the good job. We are just a brother and sister. We also get I also wear, so I want to watch the TV.
I don't think we are brother sister also. I think we are more like the pet, the kucing one. You know how I see it? It's the parent is like the prime minister lah. The children is the cabinet, the minister law, and we are the kucing, anjing, lipas tikus, all this. Honestly, that is us lah, like that.
Yeah lah.
So
No, I'm saying the regulation. Actually, we are not put ourselves in lipas lah. Lipas is too what lah?
semut.
We
are the ants.
I mean, the brother sister in because in one home it is in one house we all is a member of this home.
A cat can be a member.
That one they don't have this the right to watch the television also. They don't have the remote control to control the TV also. They don't have this power.
But every 5 years the cat can choose the parent.
Parents is parents.
Every 5 years we can change parents.
Cat is animal, you know.
Sometimes I see a lot of people quite animal, you know. But yeah, at the end of the day, it depends on how strict the parents are towards the children and how the children will follow the rules of the parents. I mean, right now, I think it's still a positive lah. We have a positive outlook lah because Anwar managed to, despite all the thing, everyone going against him, he still managed to win and become prime minister. So it's already an overcome of a great thing already for him lah. But you can already see there's a lot of people opposition to him already over the fact like, you know, PN don't want to work with PH, over the fact that it took so long for BN and GPS and GRS to come together to actually join him. Yeah, I mean, in the end of the day, they were forced to join together because of Agong lah. So I still feel it's Anwar still has a battle in terms of like trying to get a uniform.
He can fight for 24 years.
I mean, that's true lah.
By here,
He
until this level, I think this is a peanut for him. Just a peanut peanut for him to fight for this.
I mean, one thing I would say lah, it's for one thing, it's because Mahathir already down. If Mahathir still had influence and power, maybe.
How you know? Maybe it's mentor prime minister got this position for him, you know. Mentor prime minister, PM. He become a
Don't give me nightmare this thing.
mentor, you know.
Better he just go to sleep like old man.
You say, you guys is too young. I still want to control you
What?
guys.
Don't lah. This this one is the most. I was scared for
The
one
mindset
second.
is already gel with your mind.
Don't like this one. The outcome I don't want, man. I don't want to see Mahathir again. You know.
Why?
So
The 100 years old man.
don't lah. Century man. This is a century man. You know. Century man. If he live until 100, he really century man. You know?
Guinness record, you know.
Aiya. No lah. It's time for Anwar.
This is Bole Land, you have to say.
He already made defeat, ma.
100 years old. Still young, what? Haven't reached 200 years old, you know. Maybe he can
If he
live
not,
until 200
if
years
he
old.
until 200, I really salute him, man. Longer than me also lah.
Your cucu punya cucu.
Don't lah. Yeah, I mean, the only happy ending for me is the fact that Mahathir didn't win. But of course, we are now. I think we quite a lot already talk 40 plus minutes. Always 1 hour, almost 1 hour we talk
You still want to talk?
Huh?
You want to?
Well, we should cut it lah. We doing our episode too long. I wanted to do a 30-minute episode, but I think we talked a bit too much until almost 1 hour again.
Because we are non-stop already.
That's why I cannot stop. Once stop, cannot.
I think this is a very casual and very racial. Casual talking lah. Not. We are not the person who do the
Analysis,
broadcasting or whatever. We are just create the channels who are
Just want to talk.
just want to talk anything.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole point now for today's episode, really, just to share our excitement and happiness over the fact that finally, Anwar is Prime Minister and we can.
You happy or not, actually? Anwar?
I'm happy for Anwar. I'm just happier the fact that Mahathir lost. The thing is, I think I said this to you before also, ma. I'm not really.
You happy because Monday is holiday?
No, actually, I upset about that. Because I apply leave on Monday.
You apply leave for Monday?
So now gonna cancel. Now I need to find another day to apply leave. Because I need to clear my leave.
Oh.
So that is one thing I against Anwar. And if you say, if he say Jumaat, next week Friday.
You apply Tuesday,
Huh?
You apply Tuesday.
I already apply next week Friday also.
Oh.
So yes, but generally I am happy also Pakatan Harapan wins. I hope this time they can actually do the things they want to do lah. Because I believe also some of their policies and in part of their manifesto is good. Like a lot of the things they want to implement lah. And what I hope most of all now, that after this, people realize how important it is to actually learn about politics in Malaysia and how it affects your life and the country lor. Hopefully, after this, we see more young people learn about politics and learn about the parties and find the one that really represent them lah. So next 5 years, vote again.
So next 5 years, we choose back Apple.
Don't simply lah. Maybe there's a different. Maybe there's a papaya.
After 5 years, maybe Malaysia is good, and then because of this orange, then we can keep this orange one.
Maybe we'll see. No?
See after 5 years what? This is really after 5 years you
Why
can see the
why
result.
suddenly after 5 years is Anwar become like Mahathir 2.0? I hope not lah.
I don't know lah, because this is unexpected. Where I don't know ma, this is the futures ma. How okay, if who to bring the benefit to the country and all the benefits is can deliver to us this is the good government.
I
If
mean,
let's say the benefits is not delivered to us, delivered to who? Do the rich people? Only the rich people get the benefits, and only they can. They only like what you mentioned just now. We are just a semut lo. All the benefits are already give the cat ma. We not even a cat, you know. You just a semut lo. Semut we
got small crumb only, so small only, you know. And even then, not all semut will get also, you know. I hope
you
it's
see
not.
semut all the semut so banyak, you know. One cat, one satu picture, 10 semut mati, you know.
You don't know, man. They are pipit ma, the burung, the helang. We are semut, they are helang ma. That's why. That's why we cannot compare to the upper class, you know.
So, the benefit can deliver to us lah. This is.
Let's hope that now the semut is in power. This really shows that the people is in power lah, because we voted for it.
Because we are already bring the orange back to the parliament.
We bring the orange back to the table already.
Yeah, bring the orange. You know, so many semut, you know, not just one people can bring the orange, you know. One semut.
It takes a colony, one colony. Okay. Alright, we already on the almost 1 hour mark. We will be back on our weekly schedule. So this was the last week was just because, you know, Ah Kit had COVID. But we will be back for a weekly thing, and we will do our usual schedule. And next week's episode, haven't figured it out yet, but we will see how. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of things we can talk
Depend
about.
our mood lah.
I mean, actually, I want to. We'll see how lah. Okay.
Depend the mood lah.
All right, thank you for watching. As always, this has been Teh Tarik Hour, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. G15, Pakatan Harapan, Unity Government. Until the next episode, we'll see you guys. Goodbye.